Hi guys, so welcome to my August book haul / in my mailbox. Sorry I look like such a wreck. I've just got home from work and I had no video planned. This is sort of like a reoccurring theme in my videos lately, but I wanted to get a book haul up. So yeah, I'm going to do things a little bit differently this time. Normally I start off with the books that I've been sent for review, but this time round I am going to start with the books that I've bought. So if you haven't already watched my vlog, last week I went to London for sort of a day trip with my best friend Beth. I did vlog the day and I vlogged slightly differently to normal, so let me know what you guys thought about that. But I finally made it into foils, and guys, I'm not kidding, I could have spent the entire day there. But I didn't. I must have spent about a good hour and a half there. I absolutely loved it. I had a great time and I couldn't come away with not buying something so that I could say I bought that in foils. Any excuse, absolutely any excuse to buy books. But yeah, I bought a few things in there. So let me just grab them. Right. Okay, so the first things that I actually picked up were these, and they're sort of the companion novels to The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. Now, I absolutely love those books, and I've sort of been umming and ahhing about these books for a while, but I've never seen them in person, and as soon as I saw them, I knew that I had to have them. So I have the Mother Goose Diaries, and I have Queen Red Riding Hood's Guide to Royalty. And I've already started reading the Mother Goose Diaries and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not very far in, but I am enjoying it. It's really funny and I'm so glad I picked them up. I also picked up this bookmark that says I love books. And I've kept the foils tag on it as well because, again, I got it in foils. Put that there for now. That one. The next book that I picked up is one, again, I've been eyeing up but haven't purchased, and being in foils just gave me the excuse, and that's Seed by Lisa Heathfield. And I've heard a lot about this book, and how sort of it's quite hard-hitting, and yeah, and this cover is absolutely gorgeous, and it's about a 15-year-old girl who's sort of always lived in a cult, and then she meets someone from outside of the cult, and it kind of changes her life. So yeah, I'm excited for that. The other book that I picked up was Asking for It by Louise O'Neill. I have heard a lot about this book, an awful lot about this book, and it's described as a book that everyone should read. And I think it's about about a popular girl, and at some party something happens and then her life changes, and she becomes a completely different person afterwards. So yeah, I have that one. And then the last thing that I picked up was another bookmark, and it was this one. It's a Slytherin crest bookmark. Obviously they had all of the houses, but I am a Slytherin. So I had to have this one, and this, like, the crest is actually metal and this is like a hard-ish plastic, but I'm thinking I might just keep it boxed. I don't know, is that a crime to keep a bookmark like boxed and not use it? I don't know, but I loved it, and it was kind of expensive, but I just justified it. I was beyond like caring. I was just like, yeah, throw that in, why not? Then another book that I have to show you was actually a gift. I told a friend of mine about my time in foils and how much I loved it, and like how big the selection was, and how I could have just basically bought nearly everything in there, and how in love with everything that I was, and how there was a particular book that had caught my eye but that I couldn't justify spending the money on. And sort of just under a week later it arrived at my house, and he had bought it for me, and it's Gone with the Wind. and it's in this beautiful, it's an absolute chunker of a book, but it's this beautiful, I'll see if I can slide that down a little bit. This does actually come off, it's just a slip that says Introduction by Philippa Gregory, but that's what it looks like, and the spine just kills me. I love it so much. And then it's got on the back, Tomorrow is Another Day, and it's beautiful. The end papers are beautiful, and I just absolutely love it. I just can't wait. I'm thinking, does anyone want to buddy read this? Because I do want to read it. I don't know, maybe if we sectioned off, you know, certain pages per month and buddy read it that way, because I'm dying to read it, but I think I need the motivation to get through it. So it's absolutely beautiful, and it came gift wrapped as well, and he actually ordered it through foils, and it was just beautiful, and it's a £30 value, and it's just stunning, so I have to be very careful with that. Don't want it to be destroyed. Then the next book I ordered online, and that was Paper Butterflies by Lisa Heathfield. I saw this in foils, but I didn't pick it up because I picked up Seed, because this was her first novel and this is her second novel, but then I was still just kind of thinking about it, and I decided to go ahead and just order it online. And this is about a girl whose stepmother and stepsister abuse her. And then she meets a boy, I think she meets him in the woods, and things go from there. But I don't know, something about it just sort of wouldn't leave me alone. I just felt like I needed to own it, so I did. Another thing I picked up the other day, it's a book but not a book, it's a notebook, and I picked it up in Clinton's, and it's this really cute inside out notebook. I think it's absolutely adorable. And it has the cutest end papers. But I took this to the till thinking it was £7, and then when I actually looked at my receipt afterwards, it came out as £2. Major bargain, people. Major bargain. I picked up, when I was in the supermarket, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child by J.K. Rowling. I'm not caught up with the Harry Potter series. I'm fair enough to admit that I'm not caught up on it. But it was there. And I just picked it up ready for when I catch up, because I keep meaning to pick up the next book and it doesn't happen, but I have all the intentions in the world of doing that. So another book that the next 3 books I picked up in the supermarket. No, I tell a lie, 4 books. The first one is The Improbability of Love by Hannah Rothschild. I keep kind of seeing this book everywhere I go, and with a title of The Improbability of Love, it was calling to me. But it's described as a touching love story with an exciting whodunit. So a little bit different to me. I love my sort of romance reads, but apparently there's going to be a lot more to this than just a romance, so be interesting. I don't read a lot of whodunits, so I'm looking forward to delving into that one at some point. Oh, things are falling behind me. Another one that I picked up was A Little Life by Hanya Yanagara. I'm going to butcher that. Absolutely going to butcher that, I know I have. And this is another one that I keep hearing a lot about, mainly positive. It's been sort of everywhere for a while. I know a couple of people that couldn't get into it and didn't enjoy it at all. I think it's going to be quite a heavy read, but it was in the supermarket. It was there. I was there. It was £3.85. I thought, for that I will give it a go. Again, if anyone feels like buddy reading this but has needed to, the motivation to read it, because again, it's quite a chunky read, I'd definitely be interested in buddy reading this with somebody, because I think, again, I might need the motivation for that one. The next one that I picked up is a new release. It only came out a couple of days ago, I think. and that's Three Sisters, Three Queens by Philippa Gregory. I don't know what it was, but as soon as I started seeing sort of the promo for this on social media, and Simon & Schuster was sort of uploading snippets on their YouTube as well, with Philippa Gregory talking about the book and the history behind it. It got me quite excited for it. I do like my historical fiction. I haven't read a Philippa Gregory book in a very long time, but I love this whole period in history, sort of the Wars of the Roses, and then after that the Tudor period and the Elizabethan era. Like, that kind of section in history is fascinating to me. It's fascinating to a lot of people, but I find it extremely fascinating. And it was there in the supermarket for half price, so I decided to pick it up. And is there anything interesting underneath? No, not really. So this one is about Catherine of Aragon, Princess Margaret, someone else, because it's about 3 people. So who's the third person? Anyway, ta-da! And I was sent a little while ago Catherine of Aragon, The True Queen by Alison Weir, but I haven't read that yet either. But I'm intrigued by both of them, and I want to pick both of them up soon. The last book that I picked up in the supermarket was one, again, I'd seen in foils, but it was full price in foils, and I couldn't justify the expense. But in Asda, it was only £10, and that's Harry Potter, The Artifact Vault. Yeah, it's quite a beast of a book, and it feels so nice. I can't even describe to you the way that this feels. Just completely like a faux soft leather. I don't know. The weather here today just keeps changing. 1 minute it's raining, the next it's bright sunshine, so it's a pain in the ass to film, because I just get the lighting right, and then bam, stream of sunlight, total darkness. It's a nightmare. But anyway, filming. And it's obviously about all the sort of artifacts and stuff that you can find in the Harry Potter world. And I was just drawn to it. I know that some of the Harry Potter books, like the page to screen, they can be very expensive, and then like a pain in the ass to find as well after a little while. So I was just like, well, you know, screw it, for £10 I'm buying it while I can. Okay, last 2 books that I've bought. This one is another one that I saw in foils, and if you watched my vlog you might know what it is. It was £25 and I loved it, but I was like, £25, can I justify that today? Plus it was slightly bigger than the other books that I bought, and I was like, carrying it home, getting it on the tube, getting, you know, just the logistics of it. I was like, can I do it? The answer was no. But I came home and I found it used online, and it's Jane Austen, Her Life, Her Times, Her Novels by Janet Todd, and it's got removable documents inside of it as well. The only real damage to it is this sort of dent here, which, I'm not going to lie, completely gutted me, but the rest of the book is in absolutely perfect condition, and I paid like £7 something for it, so it was like a complete steal. Like, the price of it like outweighs the damage as far as I'm concerned. But it does have lots of little pull-out documents that I can't wait to sort of delve into this. It's not a book that you're going to read in one sitting, but I am excited to read through it, and it's got stuff about the dramatizations and things like that. FYI, I hated this book with such absolute I couldn't stand that book. But anyway, and the last book that I bought was Ever After, A Cinderella Story. This is by Wendy Lucia, and it's based on the screenplay This book, guys, if you don't already know, is my absolute favourite movie of all time. I've been obsessed with it for years, and I recently watched the movie again and I've become a little bit re-obsessed with it. It's just the absolute best retelling of Cinderella ever. And I was sort of browsing and I saw that there was a book, obviously based off of the screenplay, so it's basically just going to be like reading the movie. But I'd never seen it anywhere, and you can only buy it used. And the copy that I've got is not the worst ever, but I would love a pristine edition of this. So guys, if you can find an absolutely pristine edition of this, let me know, because I would love one. Because just I would never read it. I would keep this one for reading, and I would have the pristine one for, you know, to look at, basically. The last two books are books that I have received for review. Both ones I'm really excited for. The first one is A Scot in the Dark by Sarah MacLean, and it's the second book in her Scandal and Scoundrel series. I read the first book in this series last month and absolutely loved it. Sarah MacLean is a fantastic Regency writer. She wrote one of my favourite trilogies, Regency trilogies, and that's The Love by Numbers, and that's a fantastic Regency, and I loved the first book in this series. Where is it? The Rogue Not Taken, and I really enjoyed that, so I'm really looking forward to delving into this one. As soon as it arrived, I was like, yeah, like, I'm really happy about that. And the other book that arrived that I'm really happy about is Furthermore by Tahira Murphy. I've not read Shatter Me, I've not read any of that series, but this cover, as soon as it was unveiled on Instagram, I absolutely freaked out. I love this cover. It's so bright, it's so vibrant. I just think it's fantastic. And it's when is this out? It's out on the 1st of September, and it says Tahira Murphy takes readers beyond the limits of their imagination in this modern day Alice in Wonderland for boys and girls aged 9+, where colour is currency, adventure is inevitable, and friendship is found in the most unexpected of places. So it just sounds like it's going to be a great middle grade, and I'm looking for something middle grade that I enjoy as much as The Land of Stories. I haven't managed to do that yet, but I'm always hoping that I will. So guys, that's my haul for this time. I hope you enjoyed. If I've added any of these books to your wish list, please let me know. If you've read any of these books, also let me know. I always like to know what you guys make of books. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Happy reading.